Hi, I'm Kevin Felicio. I'm a horticultural trainer by trade. I took on Yourspace in 2010. 10 years later, we find that the Yourspace is now a hub of community activity. We have schools who access workshops here. We have local public who come and enjoy the spaces that have been created by the volunteers who access opportunities here. I've got lots of volunteers who are accessing the site just for social purposes, others who are actually want to get hands-on work experience, and others who just find themselves at a loose end.
Today is a Tuesday, so it's our big volunteer effort day today. So there's a lot of volunteers, so it's a lot of people doing a lot of things. I'm Louise Clark. I've worked here for just over 6 months, and I am a general dog's bossy / bossy boots. So I come here 5 days a week, and I try to coordinate volunteers so that everybody coming has got their tasks assigned to them. They know what they should be doing in the day, and I'm also chief tea maker. That's my primary role. I make everybody a cup of tea, and then I wash up, and then I make everybody else a cup of tea, and then I wash up, and then I make a cup of tea.
Super, thank you very much. Hi, I'm Peter. I've been working here at Yourspace since the end of lockdown. I generally do more this sort of handyman maintenance type stuff. So one of the things I did was to sand down the tables that are now in the cafe. There was about 9 of them.
I'm Jenny and I'm a volunteer here, come about 4 days a week. I fell upon it when I was taking my grandson onto the swings in the park, and I came round and just had a look and thought it was a lovely place, and I thought, you know, maybe to do with some help, and I reduced my hours from where I was working, so I just came round and offered to do some volunteering.
I'm Liz Barton and I live locally in Sutton, and I've been volunteering here at Yourspace for about 9 weeks, just doing, I don't know, general gardening and stuff like that, clearing up, moving things, but really it's just to come out and do something for the community.
It's not always right for everybody, because some people like things to be more structured, and this is very, you have to be going with the flow and be willing to lend a hand wherever it's needed. But then eventually each volunteer tends to approach me or generally find their own way. Some people who came here who started potted plants now do things like carpentry work for us or grounds maintenance. If you like the ethos of what Yourspace is about, you're welcome to get involved. March, when we had to take the decision to close the doors, that was quite a big, a hard knock, because this place really depends on the community coming in and accessing the site, and it's a real heartbeat of what we do here. At the same time, the schools had to kind of stop coming, so I found myself initially working behind closed doors, just keeping things going, but no real certainty of what's going to come in the future.
Because we're a nursery and we can't just leave the plants, there was only maybe 5 of us that came, so we could all be apart, and we got to do a lot of the big construction projects that you can't do when the public are here.
I think lockdown brought its own opportunities for Kevin to then redesign the space in the way he wanted to, and because people were a little bit at the loose end, I think he's attracted more volunteers that seem to be coming along more regularly.
My name's Sophie and I'm currently on furlough, so I was just wandering around Cheam one day. I've lived here for 3 years, but I never knew this place existed, so ended up knocking on the door and saying, could I volunteer here, because I was looking for something to do. One of my favourite things is there's local honey that's made and sold here as well, so it's been a really great place to be for the summer.
There's 2 reasons for coming here. One's to look after the bees, and the other one's to do whatever needs to be done. But started coming here with my mum, just to get her out the house, so she could see new people and not be stuck at home on her own. If you'd like to follow me down.
One day I think I was here behind closed gates and he just came in, and so he said, how can I get involved, and could I have bees hives here? And so we just decided that we could have some hives that would benefit the project. He can indulge in his hobby and I could kind of get the the project going, but without having to worry about how I manage it myself. So Lawrence looks after all the bees, and I just develop the spaces as we need.
The smoke is to calm the bees down. They think it's a forest fire, so they might have to leave and swarm, so they'll eat as much as they possibly can, and when you've got a full stomach, you tend to be a little bit calmer and quieter.
I'm delighted with the honey. I must say that it is now my go-to gift for anybody, whether it's birthday or whatever. They get a jar of this local honey, which they're very excited about.
First time I opened a beehive up, when I was doing a training course, I was nervous as hell. I was shaking like a leaf. I lifted the first frame out and I went, oh, I want to keep bees. That is so relaxing.
Since you were last here, we've cut back the wigaloo here. Oh, no, sorry, wigloo. So it's more of a igloo shape now. It was a little bit gangly. It's now much tidier. Okay. Oh, this is a very exciting activity that's happening here. All of this stuff on the floor, it might look like a random selection. It's not, it's scavenger hunts. So we give letters to various items. So you have to go around and find photographs of each item, and then they'll be able to find out what the riddle is. We actually put out a cry to the public to say we need unique items, so lots of these items have been donated by various members of the public, which is very, very kind. These are cuttings that we've taken today, so very, very beautiful little things in neat little rows. As they get bigger, they'll come out of the cuttings bed and go into individual pots, and then as they grow again, they'll go into bigger pots and then we sell them.
Yeah, so basically you get rid of all the old leaves, and if it's got a root there, that's fine, you can keep it. But some of them don't have roots on them, but they have little root nodes here, so you can tell that the roots are going to actually grow from there, and they should root in, you know, in the soil.
Yeah, the more nervous you are,
Yeah.
it's silly really.
Because they're very
feel
robust
like that.
plants, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're amazing. That's why I think it's just so fantastic that we're doing this.
There's Harvey, who is an amazing find who knows all about cacti and stuff.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
My name's Harvey Young, I'm 17, I'm a horticultural student at Hadlow College in Tunbridge, Kent. I'm here due to lockdown. I didn't think that these sorts of places existed where it was fully sort of run by the community and volunteers, and it's really amazing the fact that you can get so many people to do this sort of stuff and be passionate about it.
So everybody, welcome to the summer barbecue. It's a bit of an impromptu event. Today is our summer barbecue. It's a bit impromptu, but we chose today because two of our volunteers have got engaged. So, you know, it's a way of kind of giving back to the volunteers for all the efforts and time and energy that they bring to the project.
It's a barbecue for volunteers, I think, because it's a very big thank you to all of us really for all the help and all the work we put in.
It's lovely. A few weeks ago they had a 4 o'clock PIM session, and now this is a 4 o'clock barbecue. It's chili halloumi that I've brought, so I think that should go down well.
All of my life, my biggest thing has been that I've never wanted to do anything that's normal, and that sounds really strange. I never wanted to work in a way that was kind of confined, and I was always a bit of a dreamer. And I feel 10 years into this project, I spent the first 5 or 6 years thinking this is another folly and another big mistake, and what the hell am I doing? And I just really feel that in the last 6 months, at a time where it has been very gloomy, lots of you have come out of, I don't know where you come out of the woodwork somewhere, and you've actually really embraced the whole Yourspace, you know, and you've made it happen. And I think Yourspace, whatever the Yourspace is it's on top of its perch right now. So thank you for all of your collective efforts, and just really thank you for all the friendships as well as the time and what you all bring to the project, and how vibrant you make it a project for all those who come and access and enjoy it. So a toast to all of us and to all of our future engagements and so on. Thank you very much, everybody.
There's a sense of real community here, but also a sense of having achieved things, and I just love it. I really love it.
A friend from Yorkshire was staying with me a year ago, and she misread my directions for Non-Such Park and ended up here. I only lived 20 minutes away. I had no idea this place existed. And she came back saying, Helen, I've just found the most wonderful place. It's a nursery and it's a cafe and they're so friendly.
It's the place, it's the people, and it's really exciting to see it changing.
It's a magical place to work. Doesn't matter what season, raining, whatever, it's still the same magical feeling. Really lovely.
I think it's the sense of community, as if I put it in one sentence, is the thing that keeps me coming back.
You don't have to worry about your level of skill, because you know they'll help if you need them, if you've got any questions, and so I really recommend it.
The atmosphere is so positive. I haven't met a single person that isn't a good person here, and they'll always go out of their own way to help you.
I would say it's an amazing oasis of calm, fun. It's interesting. Every day I come there's something different happening and something different to do, but I know that it's all part of the big vision that Kevin's got, and he just kind of like inspires you. He's so inspiring.
It was so hard to bring this place where it is today. It took 10 long years, but thank God, and thanks to all the people that are, you know, volunteering and so on, you know, he's coming a long way. It's coming a long way.
Everyone that comes here enjoys being here. It brings people closer together. We have children as young as 3 that come and play, and then we have older people that come and just enjoy being in the space. We have one lady who, her friends bought her a bench for her 90th birthday, and she comes, she has a cup of tea, piece of cake, she has a grumpy dog, and everybody gets something out of being here.
I just hope that in all of this I can keep the kind of non-commercial, therapeutic aspect of what we do going, and I think that's the thing that makes it unique. It's the thing that makes it feel like magic. So that's the part of my role, is to make sure that it never gets pushed, you know, in the wrong direction.